Yeah, that Big 12 tournament was pretty awesome. My brother got us those sweet tickets. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden Patrick Mahomes walks in.
Patty Mahomes, our new QB.
I'm just sitting there like, holy, like this stuff never happens to me ever, and he just sits literally right in front of me, like,
dude,
man, and we were just, it was a great time.
Yeah, you sent me that picture. He was literally right in front of you.
Yeah. And I don't like to bother. Like, when that stuff happens, like, I'm sure he gets bothered all the freaking time. So I didn't want to ask him for a picture or an autograph or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to just have the story and know that I was right there with him, hanging out. Because he talked to all of us. Like, we were talking about the upcoming draft and the tournament that we were watching, and because he's from Texas Tech, right?
Yeah.
So that night Texas Tech was playing, and he got floor tickets out there too.
Oh.
But this was during the first game, which was Kansas versus Kansas State.
I gotcha.
So after that game, he moved down and went down to the floor while we were still up in the suite. But man, those suites are nice. Shout out to my brother for getting those tickets, man. That guy is
They're at the Sprint Center, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, dude. Yeah, I've seen those when I was there for concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
Sprint
Yeah,
Center's
you have to take the elevator up there, and then your ticket like gets you into, like, you scan your ticket and that unlocks the door to get you into the suite or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
They got free food and booze in there. And it's good
Hell
stuff.
yeah, dude. I've been to some stuff like that at, like, the Royal. I don't know if I've been to the Royals, but yeah, I think I've been to the Royals once, and like the T-Bones.
Yeah.
Or
I've only been in
baseball.
I've only been in the Crown Club once, and I've been in a suite one time at Kauffman Stadium, which are both pretty cool. But I'd rather be in the Crown Club.
Patrick Mahomes, though, dude. I'm so excited to see what our offense is like this year.
Man, Kareem Hunt, the league's leading rusher. Travis Kelce, top 3 tight end. Tyreek Hill, who's by far the fastest guy in the NFL. Then you got Patrick Mahomes, which apparently has a cannon for an arm. We haven't seen him a whole lot, but from what everybody says. And now you just added Sammy Watkins, which was one of the best wide receivers to come out. And yeah, he's had some injuries, but I was listening to Nate Burleson the other day.
Yeah.
And that guy was just like, he can run routes like nobody's business.
That's what I've heard about him.
Man, if you can run routes in the NFL, I don't care how fast you are, you're gonna get open. Especially if you're in a good scheme and all that good stuff. But I'm just worried about the offensive line protecting him, making sure Mahomes stands up straight. And then I'm obviously worried about our defense. But we got the new corner. We got the new corner from the Redskins.
Kimball Fuller. So it's gonna.
And then Eric Berry's going to be back, which is by far my favorite player. I mean, that guy.
Eric Berry's freaking awesome. He just needs to stay healthy.
That guy, but I mean, it's not like he can help
football.
it.
Football, I know. Football's just such a physical sport.
Yeah.
You get injured once, and you got to freaking worry about it the rest of the time.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I'm excited though. We're making some moves, and
we got the Hitchens
just a new
guy,
fresh start.
The linebacker he's very good at stopping the run, from what I can see.
Yeah.
We just need to worry about. We probably need to get another linebacker.
Yep.
We basically need one more guy on each level of defense. So defensive line, linebacker, and secondary. We need one more guy to just like step up and be good. Mm-hmm. And if that can happen, and then our offensive line performs at least decent, top 15, I think they're going to be fucking good, man.
Yeah.
I really do. I at least think it's another playoff team, because I don't see anybody else in our division that's really stepped up their game.
No,
the Broncos got Keenum.
Case Keenum.
Come on now, that doesn't.
The Raiders, they were supposed to be good last year and didn't do shit with it.
Yeah,
so
and they lost 3 of their players.
They're a mess. But who'd they just get? They just got a good head coach. Gruden, duh. John Gruden's back.
Man, I don't. No. I don't believe in that at all. I don't think Gruden's that great.
We'll see.
I mean, just judging by his commentary on Monday Night Football, sometimes he said stuff that was really smart. But other times you're just like, what are you talking about, man? What are you seeing the same thing that I am? But again, he's on TV, so I don't know if he's trying to create controversy and stuff like that. But
who knows?
yeah,
Fucking football, though.
yeah.
But yeah, the thing about I wanted to say something about Sammy Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
I have a terrible opinion of him just because I've had him in fantasy football a few times. Or once.
Did you have
just
him last
once.
year?
No, my dad did, though.
Mm.
So,
I think he
he
played in,
sucked.
12, 13 games
he had a
last
good
year?
first 3 or 4 games, and then it was just a disappointment.
Yeah.
Get hurt or would just throw up a goose egg, and then you sit him for a week and he goes off, and then you put him back in your lineup and he goes back to shit.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, like I said, sometimes it's all about the scheme and the way that your quarterback can throw the ball. Because, I mean, Cooper Kupp had a tremendous year with the Rams, but they also relied on Todd Gurley a lot, too. So,
Threw too early all the time.
Your offense is only as good as, how you use it kind of thing,
Yeah.
So if you're passing a lot out of the backfield and using him in the run game a lot, and there's just not a lot of passes to go around, and you stick to the short game, because Sammy Watkins he's not a short game type of receiver. He's running in the middle and those deep routes. That's what he's mainly doing.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we got Tyreek to run both the short routes and the long routes, and then you have Conley mixed in with it, who's another big body that you can basically just throw it up to, and he can.
And then Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and then you have Travis Kelce doing
big
a
old target in the middle of the field,
doing a
big
drag,
old fast target,
dragging cross routes over the middle, and yeah.
So we still need a second tight end though. Our buddy Demetrius got busted for pot again.
Busted. He got to be a couple days in jail and pay a fine.
He's been hanging out with Dwayne Bowe too much. Him and Dwayne Bowe can watch football together on the couch while they smoke a bunch of weed.
Hey man, is Sonic still open? Good old Dwayne Bowe. I will never forget that. He asked the cop when he was getting arrested. He was like, "Hey, is Sonic still open?"
Oh my god, did he really? I never heard that.
Oh yeah, man. They talk about it all the time on the sports network or whatever. But yeah, it was really funny.
God, dude,
I was laughing my ass off when I heard that.
How much do you think Dwayne Bowe just freaking? Do you think he doesn't give a shit that he blew it, basically? I mean, he had a lot going for him, and then he just kind of threw it away when he went to the Browns.
Well, I think part of that is that, the Chiefs didn't want him anymore, or they didn't want to pay him anymore. And I think he was just kind of getting towards the end of his career, and he just wasn't the same player. So,
yeah.
you gotta know when your time's up and just kind of call it good and retire and go do something else.
God, if I could just have one year, just give me 1 year in the NFL, I'll make it last. All that money you make.
Yeah.
Crazy how much we value athletes like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And just how much people won't go without their sports. I'm one of them.
I mean, I love
sports. I love competition.
Sports,
anything that's competitive.
Those guys are the most athletic freaks of nature I've ever seen,
It's crazy.
Those in the NBA guys, man. Man, those guys. Crazy athleticism.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's another level. And NBA is pretty physical, too. It's not like football, obviously, but it's...
Yeah, no.
I don't know, I talked about this a lot with my dad about back in the day. You don't touch the guy. Like, they're calling fouls all the time. My dad's always like, that's a foul. It's like, not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. But it's more fun to watch that way.
Yeah. Well, and also in the NBA, I think
you can't not foul. If you're that athletic and you're playing that hard, like, you're going to run into each other.
Well, the main difference between the NBA and the NFL is the size of the NBA players and their athleticism. Yeah, just because you don't have. In the NFL, you have a few linemen that are 6'7", 6'8", and they're huge. They're very strong or whatnot. But in the NBA, you have guys that are 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", 6'11", that can jump through the freaking roof, shoot the 3-ball like 40 feet away from the basket, and they're just freaks of nature, man. We've talked about this before. Giannis, I always butcher his last name. Antetokounmpo or something.
Huh?
Something along those lines. The guy with the really large hands.
The Greek Freak?
Yeah, the Greek Freak.
That was like Porzingis or something like that.
No.
Oh,
No.
I just made that up. I don't know what the hell.
Porzingis is from where is he from? Lithuania, Ukraine? I don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure where.
I thought that's who you were showing me, but
No,
go ahead.
No,
That dude's hands are ridiculous. It makes the basketball look like the tiny basketball.
Seriously, it looks like he literally has his hands halfway around the freaking ball. Like my hand goes maybe a quarter of the way of the ball. Like I can't palm it at all.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just that guy is just a freak of athletic nature, is what he is.
God damn. Yeah.
But they're all just the NBA players. They're all just so big and so strong. Even the guards are 6'4", 6'5" these days, and I mean that's a big receiver in the NFL. Like the NFL, the receivers are anywhere from 5'10" to 6'3", 6'4", something like that. The quarterbacks are normally a little taller, but they're normally not nearly as athletic as the other skill players are.
Yeah.
And then the running backs tend to be on the shorter side, like around 6 foot. But they're just real stocky, real strong, low center of gravity, very shifty. Mm-hmm. So it's different types of athleticism. But yeah, I mean, those two sports are, man, those guys are just the most athletic people in the world that I've ever seen. I mean, if you want to bring in like NHL and soccer, I mean, those guys, they have a lot of stamina, and I'm sure that if you took all the pads off and in the NHL, and you're not playing on ice, obviously, I'm sure they're still athletic, but I don't think they're anywhere close to being an NFL or NBA type of athleticism.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're the NHL guys are the ones you want in a fight with you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more of just like who's going to win this fucking bar fight.
Right, yeah. You just grab them by the jersey, just take your strong hand and just start wailing.
Damn.
I do love that about the NHL,
I do love
though.
Hockey for that reason. They can just hit each other, slam each other up against the glass,
if
it's warranted or if it's within the rules.
Yeah, if they ever take that away, I will never watch hockey again.
That's why people love hockey, I think.
Yeah.
And I will say I've never been a fan of hockey. We've never had really much in Kansas City. We had the Blades when we were growing up, some minor league team. Now we have the Mavericks.
Never
been to one of their games, but I hear they're fun. But
I
went to a Chicago Blackhawks game when I was in Chicago one time. Sat at the very top of the stadium, as far back as you could possibly get, to where, I mean, you can see the hockey, but they look like little action figures, and I had a friggin' blast.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how much fun I had.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
Just the crowd gets into it.
Yeah.
It's not as big of a place as like Arrowhead, so it's not like anybody and everybody's in there. The tickets to these games are a lot more expensive, it seems like.
Yeah. Well,
because it's a smaller arena and it gets sold out, and if they get that demand, then I remember when we were in, I think it was Colorado, the tickets were like $120.
Yeah.
Like the cheapest one we could find.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, I mean, the Blackhawks are also like a premier. That's like being the Dallas Cowboys or the Green Bay Packers. They are a premier franchise in the NHL, so everybody in Chicago loves them. But the thing that I don't like, I guess the thing that I don't like about the NHL, and it's probably due to my own ignorance, but I just don't understand all of the strategy that goes behind it, because a lot of times, like, I'll turn it on. They played a lot on Sunday mornings on 41, but they're always chucking the puck into the corner all the time, like, and it just kind of gets annoying. I'm like, why? Like, I understand this has something to do with the strategy behind it, right? But I feel like most of the great action is in the center and in the middle of the ice rink. And when you keep just chucking the puck down to the corner and you just keep doing that over and over again, it just kind of gets redundant and annoying. And that's the thing that I really don't like about it. It's almost like the same thing in soccer. Now, this happens more in the European League than MLS, but in the European League, when a guy goes down and their leg is they feel like their leg is broken.
And
they're
such a big deal about it.
Yeah, and they're laying down there for 5 minutes. And I get it.
And they make the call and they just get right back up. Start playing again.
Also, I mean, I get it to a point where it's like you gotta you're kind of giving your other players a break, like a kind of a water break type of thing. So I know there's some strategy to that part of it, but man, just stop with the theatrics of it. You know, like you don't have to be that dramatic. If you want to stay down and feel like your ankle's hurt, just stay down. Like nobody's making you get up, and your players can have a water break or whatever. You know, I don't know, but yeah, and then the referee's like, all right, we're gonna continue playing. The guy pops right back up, and everything's fine. And it's like, if they did that in the NFL,
flopping's the funniest thing to watch ever. They do it in every sport, but yeah,
it's very
good old competition.
Yeah,
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, exactly.
The human way.
Yeah, we got the NCAA tournament coming up, right?
Sure do. We were talking about this earlier.
March Madness.
I have a bracket filled out that you do not.
I do not yet, but I will fill out mine tonight because it starts tomorrow. So
yes, it does, and our team, Missouri, is in.
We're playing Fort State, which should be a good game. I hope we win. I think we'll win. Hopefully MPJ comes out firing, and
I can never expect Missouri to win.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to expect that from them.
But if they do, I'll be very happy. And if they win 2 games in a row, I'll be really, really, really happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're unfortunately paired against most likely the number 1 seed in the next round. But
Xavier, though. Probably the easiest 1 seed.
Yeah.
You would
if
think.
there's any 1 seed this year that I'd want to play, it's definitely Xavier.
I'd rather play Xavier than Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas beat us once already.
No.
I would
much rather play Kansas.
From
a
fan's perspective. But if I'm Missouri, I'd rather play Xavier.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you on that. Man, I wish they would have put him in the same bracket, man.
Now they just got to beat the championship
because Missouri
round.
would have just been like all in on that first game, and like we are not losing this game because we really want to play Kansas.
No, the most Missouri thing they could have done would have been to lose the first round and not get to play at Kansas. That's what would have happened.
Norfolk State all over again.
That's what we get to usually expect.
God, I'll never forget that Norfolk State game, man. That was just
15-2. We got a 2 seed.
Right,
we talked about Mizzou a lot last time, though. So
we don't need to talk about that.
I'm gonna get really sad and depressed again and start drinking heavily.
What we will do though is we're gonna have ourselves a little contest.
Yes.
On the brackets this year.
We haven't really decided on the terms yet.
I think what we're gonna do is the loser is gonna have to. I mean, how do you want to set this up? Because we're gonna do some sort of drinking. The loser has to drink a ton, basically.
On our next podcast.
While we're doing the podcast. So progressively getting drunk while we're sitting here talking about all kinds of shit. But do you want to do? I feel like hard liquor is going to be the way to go because I mean, me and you just can't get that drunk that fast off beer unless we're chugging it and it's high alcohol content. I think that says more about our alcoholism than anything. But anyways, but yeah, so we should do hard liquor. I don't think should we do shots? I mean, because that's gonna be the quickest way. All right, so how do you wanna do the?
So what else is coming up here? It's St. Patty's Day coming up.
Well, as far as the tourney goes, we're not done with this yet.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I was thinking while I was peeing that we could do Irish car bombs.
Well,
because I love Irish car bombs.
Yeah, but
somebody would be throwing up.
That's
too much.
Someone would be me for sure. I think we should do shots.
All right, shot of choice.
Yeah,
I'll do tequila. I will
probably do whiskey, but I may do tequila as well.
Ooh.
But so how do you want to set up the points? Do you want to go first round be 1 point, second round 2 points, third round 4 points, like keep doubling it?
It's a good idea.
All the way up to the championship.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right. So we'll do that.
How many shots during a podcast? My initial shot, 6, but that's pretty close to blacked out for me.
Well, yeah.
Over the span of a couple hours, you're done.
Yeah. Well, I think it should just be every 15 minutes, 10 minutes.
I think
10 minutes would be 6 in 1 hour.
I think the winner should get to just basically say, take a shot.
Okay.
But be courteous and, how you do it, Every 15 minutes, good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
But maybe you say something I don't like.
I'm still getting
I said, take
drunk.
a shot. Or maybe you say that to me.
Yeah. I'm still getting you drunk either way.
Yeah, we'll both be drunk by the end of it.
All right.
Because we're alcoholics.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Not really. We're